Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting Podcast. Sean Higgs here with you with Matt Fargo on a Wednesday, March the 5th. We'll be talking some college basketball. Brian Biller, he's taking care of the tax man today because you don't do that. All of a sudden, Brian won't be with us anymore. Yeah, I'm in a gulag somewhere eating some slops. They'll be sliding pancakes under there. There you go. There's your food, fella. So Brian's getting his taxes done. We will be taking care of college basketball today. Two pretty decent matchups for you. We'll talk about in 1 second. But before we get to that, hit the like, share, subscribe button here on the Winner Circle YouTube channel so you know each and every day we come in here with college basketball, NBA, soon to be Major League Baseball, all of our free picks for you. Monday to Friday. Of course, the Friday show's a live one. We're all over the place on Fridays. It'll be Friday night games, Friday day games going on with tournaments. It'll be soon to be baseball. It'll be wherever you want to go. It'll be us talking and then the chat. We go where the road leads us. Again, these are our free picks. And we did have a losing night last night. We got the doggy with Brian A&M, but me and Matt, we kind of like some favorites. And, the dogs were barking in the big conferences last night. We are still 32-23 with our college basketball. But if you want our best bets of college basketball, you head over to gamblersworld.net for all of our premium content, daily picks, weekly picks, monthly picks, 3 7-30 packages, all guaranteed to show you a profit over that time. Or we credit you back. Whatever package you bought. Pretty simple stuff. With tournament action, NBA and hockey going on, you might want to jump into a daily pass for $69.99 where you get all picks included. Or we have the college basketball pass up through the NCAA championship game. You get the CBI, the CIT, NIT, all these tournaments for just $2.99. You like college basketball, that is the way to go. All-inclusive college hoops for $2.99. And that's a 2-minute rant on what we got going on here at Gamblers World. Matt Fargo, my guy, how was your overall day yesterday? What do you got going on today? How are things?
Things are good. Not a great night last night. A couple tough overtime losses. Lost with Villanova in the last few seconds. Hoping for overtime there. Didn't get it. And lost with Baylor by a half point. So some of those marginal games that just didn't go my way. Hopefully we'll bounce back tonight. Got 5 more college hoops games. Start at 6:30. And NBA double play as well. So look for a big night in hoops. As college hoops, the regular season is winding down, and we're getting ready for a big postseason. Tournament's already starting up.
I hit a 2-2 day yesterday in college basketball, and that's the way it's been for the last week or so. So I have to try to get on track. We'll see how we do. I hate saying like you leave winners off, right? Because some days you like the card more than others and stuff like that. But I've been a little hesitant the last couple of days because I did have a losing week. I was 18-30, not good. You're gonna hit a little rough wall a little bit. So I feel like let me just kind of scale back a little because I'm not hitting them, right? And so if you're not hitting, and a couple of the games I did hit were like half a 1-point winners, and I've had some half 1-point losers over that span. So I'm like, I'm not going to run out and force a bunch of things just to put out. 4 games is 4 games in the splitting, but I do keep track and see how they're going, and they are kind of the worm's turning a little bit in my direction. But I just again don't feel like I should just come in with like, all right, we're going to go 10, and you go 3-7, start losing tough ones. Tournaments are not playoffs, whatever the case may be. I mean, I think you agree. You don't just bet them thinking, oh well, we're kind of due. We bet the games. You can't just be throwing mud at a wall or whatever. I got to get back on track before I really kind of dive in. And again, some of these other games have been winning, although I've not been betting them. I've been keeping track of them, so I feel like okay. Last couple of days, I've been 2-2 and 2-1s and 1-1s, but the ones I've been tracking were at 6-4, 8-6. A little bit of a winning a little bit, but we'll see how the week goes before I get into the big conference tournaments next week.
Yeah, same way with me. Like Saturday, I had 8-6 day. Winning day, but nothing great, nothing special. And like you just said, don't chase. That's the number one rule. Even if when you're in a losing streak, you don't go after a huge card just to make it all back in 1 day or 2 days. You don't do that. Stick with what you do and ride it out, and it'll eventually turn around, like you said.
I like to tell people, I said, if you think you're winning, like everyone remembers, like, oh, I should have had that as a winner. Well, do yourself a favor, write them all down and see if the winners really outnumber the losers, because all you remember is the winner. You don't remember the losers. Because I was like, oh, yeah, boom, boom, boom. And I go look at my list. I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that one too. Loser. I like that one too. Loser. Like that. They you really should write things down. Even, but well, that's a chat for helping people out another day.
Right,
But,
right. And next week's gonna be tough. With the conference, with the big conference tournament starting up, starting like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Your games all day long, like noon to 10 p.m. and they'll end at like midnight. And you just have to be, self-conscious about it and don't overplay things. Even though you want to bet all these games because they're on all day long. Well, you can't really do that as much as you want to. Like you said.
I get it. I have like I said, I got a three games today. I'm looking at. I'm like, boy, I should. You feel like you're Richie. Like, wait, there's another tournament game. Do I like this one just because there's a tournament? Should I go? You can't do that. And I know it's going to get like that next week when on Monday afternoon or whatever, you see all these lines filling up the board for the Big Ten and SEC and ACC and all these games. You're going to be like, oh, I like this game. I need something at the 12 o'clock. And then there's a 2 o'clock. There's a 4 o'clock. There's a 6. There's an 8. Oh, there's Mountain West and WAC action late. There's 10 o'clock games. Oh, wonderful. Oh, folks, I understand. That NCAA bracket comes out on Sunday night. They're doing the lines, and I'm firing. And next thing you know, some days, like a Thursday, I might have 13 games, and I got 2 on a Friday. I'm like, how did this work out? All my games are at 4 o'clock. Like it's, oh my goodness.
It's true. It's funny. Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. Like that's a perfect example. Like you might have like 7 games for the first day of the NCAA tournament on Thursday. And then Friday you only have 2. And you're like, oh man, I should probably have like 4 more at least. But you don't force it. Don't force it. You can't force it.
Yes. And then you're looking
play your game.
Because you just get the games, right? So you're firing off on the numbers. And then they see the schedule, and then you're like, oh wait, I got nothing here. I feel like I should have something here. What did I miss? Like then you start questioning yourself, did you miss something? How? Yeah.
Right.
It's a fun life we lead. Well, not fun. What does Chip say? It's a hard way to make an easy living, right?
Hard way to make an easy living. It's fun. It's fun sometimes.
Let's dive into some Florida, Alabama. This is as marquee as we get here tonight. Big game, big schools. Florida, a 3.5-point underdog here. I mean, well, 178. This Alabama team. Now, I got a Florida future. Do I kind of like Florida? Yeah, getting a couple points here. Why not? You got a Crimson Tide team, gives up a lot of points. I don't want to steal what you're going to say, so I'm going to let you go first on this because I got a couple things I want to say, but I don't want to jump in and steal your thunder. So you jump into this one here. Number 5 and 7, 2 pretty good teams out of the SEC here. Do you like the 3? Do you like the total?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, it looks like a one possession game either way, and they could very well turn on that. But I do like Bama here. Coming off that loss against Tennessee, where they blew a 10-point lead or a 9-point lead, I think, with 10 minutes left, and then obviously they lost on that 35-foot 3-pointer at the buzzer. So they're playing the last home game now. They're 12-4 in the SEC. They're tied for second place with Florida, so they can take the lead over them. They have Auburn on deck, so this is a big game for them if they want to hold on to that number 2 seed for the upcoming tournament. I like the fact that they have 6 quad win losses this year, 4 on the road. The 2 at home, one was against Auburn a few weeks ago, and the other was against Mississippi, which was coming off I believe it's a Texas A&M win, and then they had Kentucky on deck on the road. So it was a tough spot for them for that Mississippi game. So I like them at home here. Florida obviously is tough. They're 6-3 on the road, 3-3 in quad 1 games, which includes a 1-2 record against top 15 net ranked teams. So I think they can be vulnerable. I like Alabama at home in the final home game of the season for the Tide to jump into that number 2 spot in the SEC.
Alabama minus the 3 here. Matt Fargo, official show pick. Again, 32-23 here with the college basketball free picks. Matt is going with Alabama minus the 3 as his play. Get his best bets, though, at gamblersworld.net. Again, free pick on Alabama. And, again, I didn't know where you're going to go on this. We didn't even talk about it beforehand. I was looking at this total here, 178. And it looks real easy to take the over, right? Bama's going to score 90-something points here, 95. They score a bunch of points. They give a bunch of points. I look at Florida on the road, 83 at Georgia, 79 at LSU, 81 at Mississippi State, 44 at Tennessee is kind of the outlier, 70 South Carolina, 71 in Arkansas. They scored 90 at Auburn. You're thinking, look at that. Easy over. It was 90 to 81. Still would have stayed under this number. I mean, you need 90 plus from a team here, plus another 80 from somebody else. I mean, I like the under in this one. I like the under, but again, could this soar over? Alabama score 110, win 110-90? Sure. Again, official show pick, Alabama minus the 3. The total to me kind of stood out a little bit the way Florida plays on the road. But again, official pick here from Matt Fargo, Alabama minus the 3. Again, these are our free picks, folks. Head to gamblersworld.net for our premium action, including college basketball March Madness package. All the tournaments. We got tournaments today. Tomorrow we got Missouri Valley. Arch Madness starting at noon. Although, who's not excited for Starch Madness? The Big Sky. They call it Starch Madness, everybody. Starch Madness. Look at the bracket. It says Starch because it's in Boise. Potatoes. I don't know.
Take a little break here. Have you seen the Sun Belt Conference bracket by any chance?
That is absolutely insane, the Sun Belt bracket conference. It's 7 straight days. Look at this thing. I needed 10 sheets of paper to print this out. Look how it's the length of my arm. Look, every day, one. If you the top seeds, we don't have to win 2 days in a row. If you win 5, 6, 7 seeds, you got to win 5, 6, 7 straight days.
Yeah, it's crazy. I've never seen such a thing, and it's a conference where I think it's going to be wide open. Where I think the top 6 teams can get it, but there's a huge advantage to get that 1 and 2 seed, no doubt about it. When I saw that bracket, I'm like, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Why are they doing this?
Well, I think it's kind of they don't want. And again, if I'm a smaller bracket, I don't need my team that wins the conference title or goes, something like a 30-2 or 27-1, like the mid-10s back in the day, or these kind of teams, and then they get upset, and then they're in the NIT, and you got a team that's 9-23 or 14-22. I mean, I understand that. The fact of the matter is, though, that I think people would rather see a 27-4, some kind of crazy record team out of a small conference, as opposed to Arkansas, who pulled the win out at 20 and 15 coming in from, the SEC, they're so good, 15 losses. Yeah, I mean, they won 4 games of conference. I mean, give me the best team. They might have got upset, but you know what? I'd rather see that than some other squad. From the 12 teams, the big league.
Right, I do agree with that, what you're saying. And as far as the Sun Belt, like I said, I think it's kind of wide open, but like the West Coast Conference has protected, Gonzaga and St. Mary's for years now. And that is a conference I understand because they are obviously the top 2 teams in that conference every year. And that's the final you want to see every year, which it has been the case, I think, most years anyways. And so protecting those 2 teams I get in a conference like that where it's just top heavy with 2 teams really, and then kind of, this year it's San Francisco, then you have Oregon State in the mix this year. So there's a little more parity, but a conference like that, I totally hear what you're saying, where you want to protect those 2 power teams so they don't get upset, and you have a team like Portland going to the NCAA tournament, which you don't want to see.
I mean, they're talking about like Drake not making the tournament this year. They're going to be like 29-2 or something. I mean, come on, that's terrible. They should be in the tournament.
Yep.
Or they get knocked off by Bradley or Northern Iowa. Oh, they're not in it. We need. Look at this. Hey, Northwestern's come on here. They won 2 games. They're 18-16. You got to give it. Come on with that crap. Stop it.
I mean, it happened in Indiana State last year. I forget what their record was, but they won the regular season, and I want to say I don't remember how many wins they had, but they won it, pretty convincingly, and they lost, and they ended up, not going to the NCAA tournament. They got shut out by who knows what team got put in from the Big Ten or whatever.
I just saw we have a $99 special. Put that back up. Where is it at, Seth? $99 for a week. Good time to get involved. You'll get a bunch of championship games here from all these mid-level conferences, plus the ending of the regular season for all the big conferences. Go get it. It's $99. Pays for itself there because most packages guys sell for $30, $34, $40. That's 2 days. You're going to get 7 days. It's a steal of a deal. Right there. Head to gamblersworld.net for that college basketball 99 special. That's an excellent price there, folks. All right. Enough of the selling. You want the freebies. We got you covered again. 32-23. We win our college basketball free picks. So hit the damn like button, you jackals. Let's go. Maryland Michigan, the Wolverines, 2.5-point favorite here. Total of 154. This, I'm not going to overthink things here. It's a nice little revenge spot for Michigan. 64-57 loser back in January. They're off a game. They got walloped. They lose by 20 to Illinois at home. You lose by 20. You're going to – the coach will come out. Let's play some defense. What are we doing here? Maryland's off a tough game. They were down 6. They rallied back. I actually had Penn State plus 4.5. I needed every bit of it because they choked away that lead down the stretch there. So tough win for Maryland on the road, battling all the way back. Michigan sitting here stewing off of their loss. It's Michigan all day long here. Wolverines all day, twice on Wednesday here. Let's go Wolverines. Do it. Avenge me, children, from Red Dawn. Let's go Wolverines. What do you got?
I'm with you. Yep. Actually, this is actually one of my premium plays, so people get it for free if they want it. I have Michigan. Yeah, coming off that huge loss. I guess Illinois -3. It's kind of a game that could have gone either way, and surprisingly, they lost by as many as they did. Final home game of the season. I have a chance to go to Michigan State next Saturday. It's coming Saturday for a share of the Big Ten title. So I like the spot for them. Maryland, what are they, 6-6 on the road? 4-4 on the road. One win over Illinois, which is good, but the other 3 quad 1 road wins were against teams ranked number 55, number 57, and number 66. So their road resume isn't that great. I'm with you. I like Michigan as well.
Michigan gets the call here from me, and Matt's giving you one of his premios, a primo on tap here from Matt. So head over, do the man a solid, and buy a daily pass to get the rest of his picks here, folks. Or get the $99 special. That's even probably better than a day pass, to be honest with you. We'll take money out of our pockets, and we'll still put money in your pockets by saving you money. At GamblersWorld.net with a deal like that. All right, recapping today. Bama -3. Michigan -2.5. Couple of home teams to serve court, take care of business. And that's a wrap. Again, head to GamblersWorld.net for our premium stuff. 3/730 package is guaranteed. Show you profit or credit back. We mentioned the $99 deal. But again, like, share, subscribe, notification goes on for the Winner Circle YouTube because it's NBA, college hoops, tournament time. Tomorrow's Thursday. I got Doug and Chip. Doug's going to put out his Shoot the Rock, some NBA and college basketball information on the newsletters. You don't want to miss out on those. And be sure to check out our little baseball kind of chatter we've been having for the last, not the last couple of days. We're covering all the divisions. So we put that up. We talk about win totals and who we like to win and stuff like that, each division. If you want to come in for 15 minutes and listen to that, please do, because baseball's right around the corner. But for Matt Fargo, myself, Winner Circle, and Gamblers World, have yourself a good WINS day, baby. Back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.